Alongside head Javelina football coach Daren Wilkinson, I'm Mark and Sarah for Javelina Athletics. Okay, Coach, conference schedule starts this week. Angelo State comes in here for another Saturday night game. What have been your first impressions of Angelo State based on what you've seen on the tape?
You know, they're a very good football team. They've obviously they got a new head football coach and new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. So they're really different from what they've done in the past. They still have all the athletes that they've always had, but they've changed up their schemes a little bit. And so it's been a little bit more preparation, getting ready for them, not just the same old Angelo State. And so I really like what they do on offense. I like what they do on defense. On defense, they put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They do a lot of different blitzes that really aren't traditional style blitzes. And so our offensive line, our running backs, and the quarterback in terms of protections need to be really dialed in. But on offense, they do a lot of. They do probably more 11 and 12 personnel things than what they've done in the past, where they use some tight ends, and I think they're really dialed into running the football and trying to be in a physical football team. And so, they bring a lot of challenges that are different than what normal Angelo State week kind of presents to us.
You mentioned the things they do defensively. A lot of blitzes. Their pass rush has been really effective, and you talked about how the protections are going to be so critical. But how much, or what are the things you guys need to focus on overall as far as protections and the rest of the offense to make sure that you can kind of slow down their pass rush?
I think the main thing is just, the more film we watch and recognizing some of the looks that they're showing versus different formations, and just kind of being able to dial into the different linebackers and safeties and where they could be bringing pressures from. It's going to be important for our running backs and our quarterback to see some of that stuff. But again, they really are unconventional, and they bring it from a lot of different angles, and so we got to be ready to find where those keys are.
You mentioned new coaching. This is the second time in 3 weeks you guys are preparing for a team with basically an entirely new coaching staff. How much of a challenge is it to prepare for a team where, even in a team like Angelo, you might be some of the players, but the schemes, the overarching themes are going to be different?
Yeah, the good thing about this week is we've got 2 game films to watch on Angelo, and so you're able to look at some of the formations and some of the coverages and fronts and things that they try and get into. Which was Saginaw, we were going in there blind totally, and so But on the other hand, even though we have seen 2 games, but they've blown out 2 opponents, and so it's kind of a daunting task because this is a good football team.
Unfortunately, over the last 2 years, kind of missed opportunities have kind of been a theme for you guys against Angelo State. What are the things that this team needs to do well to kind of capitalize on chances when they come about on Saturday?
The biggest thing is just focus on ourselves in a lot of ways and just what we're doing. I think the last couple of years versus them, we've been very solid and very even until we find a way to beat ourselves with a penalty, beat ourselves with a turnover, beat ourselves giving up a big play, sometimes giving up big play in special teams and things like that. And so we just got to be very solid and not beat ourselves. Focus on the jobs that we have to do, and I think we'll be all right.
Special teams was really a strength for you guys last Saturday. Amos Coleman had a big kick return. Dante Ross broke a few punt returns. How happy are you with the production you've seen on special teams so far?
Yeah, they're taking the challenge. We challenged our guys the very first time we met in fall camp that special teams was going to be a huge emphasis, and really, if you weren't on the 2 deep on special teams, you weren't going to travel with us. And so they've taken that to heart. And, guys you've mentioned, are guys that start for us at different positions, and that, they're starters on special teams because they've bought into the importance of special teams and being great there.
We saw one of the new faces on Saturday on defense. Ronnie LaRue seemed like every snap for you guys defensively. What are the things that you guys are expecting to see him bring to this defense week in and week out?
Yeah, you know what, Ronnie, he's a veteran player. I mean, he's played at a couple of universities now and been with some great coaching. He's really, kind of the old adage, he's the quarterback on the defense, being the safety for us, and he gets people lined up correctly. He recognizes the formations and possible plays and probable plays, and he calls them out. He's really good. He's kind of a coach out on the field, and so it's good to have a guy like Ronnie. Plus, he's really talented.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck. We'll see you on Saturday.
I appreciate it.